just felt I be peaceful on behalf of the tribe. Realize we are divine. We are in the space of no time. The Mayans knew we would align. Be your sound mind, pay attention to the sign.
Government and news wants to keep you stuck in food and spending loot. Instead, use your heart. It'll community, you know it's all fake. Babylon don't want unity. Want your mind an earthquake, don't want us to co-create. I've been gathering the girls and owls, we run deep. White buffalo calf, women leading love armies. Red road, below feet, we are rainbow warriors. Replacing the warriors, write a whole new story up. Hold peace in our heart, be our own particle accelerator and press start. I heard this from a Mohawk, Hopi, Navajo and Aztec. Indigenous prophecy, many say we're heading for Atlantis. Mayan message of opportunity resonates. This is a sacred time and place. Keep your mind and intentions positive in these final days. You'll find the crazy part of the plan with you dumb, scared, and inner days.
We must unify, or we might as well.
Okay, we're back. Hi, I'm Jeremy, the Meat Geek, and we're interviewing Kellee Maize, prolific artist and female rapper, mystic, you name it. She does all kinds of wonderful things for her community, and we're going to talk about her experiences. Kellee Maize, how are you? I noticed that you you had a music video recently where you were celebrating the anticipated date of December 21st, 2012. A lot of mixed emotions were about December 21st. People thinking about the apocalypse based on the movies that were being made. Other people were thinking there was going to be a shift or some kind of great connection with the Palladians or the Anunnaki or whatever. But I noticed you had a wonderful time in Mexico, according to the music video. What was your interpretation of the date, the date of December 21st, 2012? Your experience at the Mexican celebration with all those different cultures together. Please tell us about your interpretation on the date and on that event, please.
Yeah, I think that it certainly was an important galactic alignment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was really nothing. I mean, it happens every 26,000 years, so I know that the energy of that day I thought was very powerful. I was at Chichen Itza.
I felt
outside of Chichen Itza. And mostly I was really just enjoying the day. It wasn't like there was a lot of ceremony and work to be done, but I had done a lot of work leading up to those 21 days before. My entire family was in Mexico, and some of my close friends, so a lot of it was like meeting them, introducing everyone to each other, and like just celebrating the moment. And I don't think of it like, you know, suddenly. I mean, I do think that the alignment energetically had a huge impact, and that's what this is all about. But it's really the period before and after. I mean, you mentioned the age of Aquarius and the other question, and you know, that started in the 60s. And I think that it's a process. It's a period of time.
Incremental.
Still in it now, and I think that the way that I see it is just that the imbalance in the world is so blatantly obvious, and that's what this whole time period is about. That we understand that we can't just rely on our left brain. The patriarchal structure that we're operating under is very detrimental to the earth and to human beings and to animals, and so this is like an opportunity, and the way Akta describes it that always kind of resonates with me is that it's like whatever energy you're focusing on is going to expand. So I think that it's really important in this time to focus on healing yourself, which in turn helps the world, helps everyone around you, but also to really like turn our attention to our responsibility to the life-giving planet that we're on. And, you know,
Mother Earth.
Yeah, pay attention to, you know, what she's telling us. And I think it's a really magical time. I think that we can co-create a totally new world. It's also going to be very, I think, chaotic. I think whenever there's a big change, my one mentor described it as, you know, when you're stirring a drink or something really quickly in one direction, clockwise direction, and then you suddenly shift and go the other direction, it's create some chaos. And I've heard that there'll be like, you know, a year or something where it is a little bit, you know, like a little hard to kind of make sense of everything. But I think that the point is to really remain as centered in yourself as you can, and as positive and forward thinking as we can, and be as responsible as we can for our actions and for everyone around us. And
we can create our own reality, basically. We have the power now.
Yeah, agreed.
So, someone once told me that December 21st was like almost our spiritual birthday for consciousness, and now we are in control.
Yeah.
And but it's obviously feel that there's going to be more, perhaps more feminine influence in society now. Women will take a more prominent role in society, but of course with equal working with man and women. But do you think, because women has been impressed for such a long time?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think that what's important is it's not only just the women will take more responsibility or more power. I think it's also like women that are focused on the feminine aspects of nurture. I mean, there are very masculine women in the world that have been, you know, born and bred to, you know, to embody, because it's
one of your songs mentioned that, I remember.
Yeah, society has taught us that way. I mean, I would consider myself a somewhat masculine woman in terms of how I've operated a lot in my life, and I think that it's all about finding the balance. And I think that, you know, it's not just women, you know, getting more power. It's also a rebalancing within all people, and also men who are more nurturing, cooperative. You know, think about cooperation over competition or cooperation over domination will become more and more prevalent. So, you know, because it's all about every person. It's not like, you know, I think women have been oppressed for such a long time, but prior to this period of, I guess, maybe about 5,000 years or whatever, there was an entire goddess culture where it was matriarchal. And I think that particular society was like, you know, very
Atlantean,
very peaceful, but very peaceful, but I think somewhat stagnant. And then, you know, it's just all about the balance.
Well, do you feel perhaps like we're probably on a long road, but eventually we're going to get to oneness with Source? Is that the ultimate goal?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal, but I think it's also, I don't know. I mean, I for as much as I'm saying here, I just said this in an interview the other day, that I really don't stick my stake in the ground on anything, because I think it's really important to remain open, and that's part of oneness and the end of separation consciousness, is to just be open to like whatever that means. And oneness could mean, and I most resonate with the idea that we will be able to be in oneness, but also understand the ego that does create separation.
Exactly.
is part of us, and it shouldn't be seen as this like, you know, awful thing that we all need to completely eradicate, because it's part of like being human. And I think like the real key is accepting it, and like then it gains less and less power. And so
not resisting, but just sort of living with it.
Yeah, and just realizing that that's like, by fighting it, like what you resist persists, you know, by fighting
exactly one of those songs.
It just makes it stronger and more powerful. And I think it's all about just like noticing, like when you know, when you're in the monkey brain, or when you're being judgmental, you're doing whatever, just being like, oh, that's just me being human, you know, and just accepting it.
Forgiving yourself.
Forgiving yourself, not living by it, not allowing it to control your actions or whatever, but just noticing it and saying, okay, there it is. Like, that's not what I choose. I don't choose to be that way. I don't choose to move, you know, take my actions based off of that part of myself.
Okay. Well, that's a very very philosophical view on your point of view on an experience on December 21st, 2012, and how we need to come together. That's awesome. Well, we're gonna come right back. We'll take a little break.
Cheek when you cry, and with the power of Isis.
my weapon, fighting with my mouth. Peace I will be repping. We're all contradictions. Stop your suggesting. The righteous do not judge, cause they know it's projecting. And just cause I say it's the age of feminine, doesn't mean that I am not down for a man. We all need some yang, get that dick up out your head, cause there are mad women who are too masculine. And yes, I know that I do not sound Caucasian, but sorry, this is how it comes out like the days in. My soul is here for some consciousness raising. Stop all your labeling, I'm Kellee Amazing. And I'm not concerned with which God you're praising or what herb you're blazing. Your light shines, it's phasing, and now the bridge fades in. And now the bridge fades in. La-dee-da-da-da-da-day. You can write your own way. La-dee-da-da-da-da-day. Today could be your day. La-dee-da-da-da-da-day. I will be lighting my own way. La-dee-da-da-da-da-day. Today is
Jeremy.
my day.
And I'm the owner of the Multidimensional Mission Show. YouTube channel is called M-Dimensional Mission. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I would even appreciate it more if you would like this video, add it to your favorite list, leave comments below this video, subscribe to the M-Dimensional Mission YouTube channel, the Multidimensional Mission Show, and check out my blog, the Multidimensional Mission.blogspot.com.ca, by the way, as well as Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter on the link below, as well as my Facebook fan page, the Multidimensional Mission. Check it out on Facebook, and please share it with such social networks as Twitter, Facebook, other social media websites, and tell all your friends about these these topics I talked about. And I appreciate all your support, and never stop asking questions.